Welcome back to Dork Points, everybody. This is Ron, and tonight we're talking about all the new weird free-to-play games I have played recently in the PlayStation Store, starting with a couple games that I did not play or could not play. First one being Oni Girl, which I did not play, and you will see in a second why. 10th anniversary. It looked cool in the PlayStation Store, the game itself, but yeah, they want your email and your password, and I'm not going to do that. Not for any game. I don't know. Also, Live or Die. I mentioned this in a previous video. It wouldn't play. But I saw it again in the PlayStation Store, and I went into it, and it seems to be functioning. It says you must buy the character to be able to select it. Otherwise, you have to do random characters. I don't know what that's about. But anyways, the game itself, just like in my last video, I loaded it up, and it doesn't play. It's like it's not there. I don't know if this is a PS5 only thing, and for some reason it's available to me, or if they just pulled the game, but for some reason left it in the PlayStation Store. You think if the game just didn't exist anymore or wasn't online, it wouldn't be in the store sitting there for free. It almost looks like an updated version of the other game. I don't know. Somebody let me know in the comments what's going on with this game, but it's like it's not there. Alright, moving on to Hamster Playground, the first game, free-to-play game I actually did play. This is just like, you take care of your little hamster guy. You feed him, you bathe him, you make him use the bathroom, you have him take a nap, you have him do little workouts, you get coins, and then you spend the coins on upgrades for his little house, his world here, and that's about it. It's cute, charming, and you can get more hamsters. But obviously, this is one of those games where I saw it, and I was like, the moment I saw that it existed, and then the fact that it was free to play, I was so super excited. But then when you actually get into it after a couple hours, you're like, okay, you upgrade things, and you're like, I get it, I get the game loop here. Yeah, and then these mini games that they have too are kind of unpleasant, if I'm honest, but just not enough here, I guess. Now, moving on to Puzzle Drop Carnival. This one was really unexpected. I thought, as soon as I started playing it, maybe it was, God, what's that, Cuties Hacked kind of thing, because there's this kind of anime girl here, but the images vary. It's not just attractive females, it's all sorts of things, and it's an actual puzzle game, and not just like puzzle pieces, putting them in, but they're dropping, and you have to get them into the right spot, and it gets faster and faster, and it's actually pretty interesting. And I know it looks easy, but there are moments where you're like, I don't know where this puzzle piece goes. But yeah, it's a real game, and I recommend it for free. It's fun, actually. Alright, moving on to Snooker Blitz. Snooker? I love Pool Blitz. I think Pool Blitz is an amazing game. But Snooker, it takes so much longer to play a single game of Snooker. You've got, what is it, like 16, 20 balls. And the table is much bigger. It's just a longer game, and I don't dig it, unfortunately. Not my kind of thing. Alright, now, my first Gran Turismo, and this one's kind of obvious. It's Gran Turismo, but kind of dumbed down, maybe for younger players. I expected it to be a little more kidsy, but it really isn't. It's just kind of a Gran Turismo for people like me, really. It looks really good, like all Gran Turismo games, and I don't mind the gameplay at all, but yeah, the first couple missions they send you on is kind of like, oh, stop here, start there, and but yeah, actually a quality game. Yeah. Alright, moving on to Fuzzball. Now, Fuzzball is just Sausage Wars, which I've mentioned in another cheap video. There's a lot of games like this. You're basically a little ball animal, and you just move forward and try to knock the other people off of the table. And so yeah, a lot like Sausage Wars, but again, you can do local or online with up to 4 players, and yeah, it's totally free to play, so that makes it really cool. Now again, you're only going to get 10-20 minutes of enjoyment out of this, but if you got 4 players to play with, online or, locally, it's pretty cool for a free game. I say play it, check it out. Alright, Ping Redux. Now, I would say the same thing about this. This was, I found a few treasures. I thought, this is really cool. You just launch your little square, and you're trying to get that orange ball over there. That's your goal, is to hit the orange object with your thing. But you only get so many shots, and so you have to just shoot it and let it go, and it has to, yeah, like that. It has to like kind of bounce perfectly. And there's a method to the madness, and it really is quite enjoyable. But there's a big but here, and it's not just mine. The game is only 8 levels long. 8 levels in a boss fight, I think. So I don't know. It's almost as if it were a demo. Here's the boss fight, by the way. Pretty cool. Yeah, pretty cool game. But yeah, World 1. 8 levels and a boss. That's it. So I don't know. Is it a demo? Question mark. All right, and now moving on to Fantasy Strike. This is just Street Fighter, another online free-to-play Street Fighter style thing. I really like the character modeling and the look of it. It is pretty cool. But like all these online 1v1 games, I'm sure the moment I get online with it, I'm just going to get destroyed by anybody who kind of knows the game. All these, like Street Fighter Online, the Capcom Legends stuff, the online community, they're so hardcore that it's not even fun to play against anybody online because they're so good. So there you go. All right, now Kitten Squad, directed by Leigh Bernard, presented by PETA, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals. So it's called Kitten Squad, and it seems to be a kitten with a gun on the cover, and then you press the first level. I want to play the first level, and then this starts. Now, this is sped up footage, but this is a heartbreaking and beautifully painted, by the way, tale of a killer whale who gets captured and brought to basically a SeaWorld and mistreated. And then I think she has some babies, but all the babies die in captivity. It's super dark and sad. Yeah, and then you see the blood in the water here. Ah, man. And then, but here's the game. What the hell? This is the game after you watch that, God, I don't know, 10-minute long sadness, and then it goes like, now go find the whale, and then you play through this like Binding of Isaac kind of game. You know, there's a million games like this, Bunny Raiders as well. And then the goal is to like get to the baby whale or something. What the hell? So yeah, you're a cat shooting like vegetables now, and then that big sad opening was to set up your goal, I guess. You're supposed to get to a whale. I don't know, PETA. I mean, it's a cool game, sort of, but God, this is right up there with some of the weirdest. Just the tone of everything is just bizarre. Anyway. Alright, Asphalt Legends Unite. This one is just good fun, arcadey, like Grid or Dirt or Wreckfest. It's much more arcadey than Gran Turismo. You do the drifting. The controls are really basic and easy to understand right away. I'm not sure how much of a campaign there is here, but there was a campaign. So I presume the goal is to eventually, go online and compete against other players. But, I mean, as far as a free-to-play racing game, this is pretty sweet, and it seems to have a big single-player campaign as well. Yeah, check it out. This is quality as far as I'm concerned, if you like arcadey stuff. Alright, now, War Theater Blood of Winter. This is a top-down wartime strategy game. It has a lot of, like, Plague Doctor or Dark Ages imagery to it. It's kind of an ugly game for the most part. Again, it is strategy. I do like these little bits where they show the actual fighting when it gets set up, and yeah, that's some pretty cool artwork there. So that's good. I guess the rest of the game to me looks fairly ugly. I don't quite dig the art style here, but it's a top-down strategy game, turn-based strategy game, and it's really well done. It's really easy to understand, but these just aren't quite my games. Alright, and now, the last game of the night, it's the Fortnite Festival. I didn't know what this was. Again, Fortnite is huge, and they have so many games and so many different things going on all the time, but I was like, I'm a music guy. I want to check out this Fortnite Festival. I didn't know if it was going to be like beat matching, kind of like a Dance Revolution thing, or what. So what it appears to be is Guitar Hero, but competitive online multiplayer. So you have 4 players. Each person selects their song, and then you play through the songs, and then the person who does the best wins overall. I presume. I don't know. To be honest, I didn't get through the first song because I wanted to play the song I wanted to play, and then it said one character had selected Avenged Sevenfold, and I can't stand Avenged Sevenfold. I'm sorry to be opinionated like that, but it came on, I started playing through it, and I sucked, and I just was like, okay, I'm good, I'm done, I understand what it is, it's Guitar Hero. So there you go. Alright, thank you for watching. That's all the weird and wonderful and horrible free games I have played recently. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. Dork Points, good night.